Social Security. Sounds like a boring insurance seminar, right? Wrong. It's the reason Grandma can afford those scratch-off lottery tickets. And maybe a new hip. It's a safety net for millions of Americans, ensuring they don't spend their golden years eating cat food. Well, maybe just the cheap stuff. Think of it as a giant national piggy bank. We all chip in while we work, and then, when we're old and gray, we get to crack it open. It's not just about retirement, though. Social Security also helps folks who are disabled or have lost a loved one. It's like a warm hug from Uncle Sam when life throws you a curveball, but this piggy bank is facing some challenges. With more people retiring and living longer, the pot of money is starting to shrink. Some say it's a ticking time bomb, others say we'll figure it out. Personally, I'm betting on a combination of tax hikes and benefit cuts. Exciting, right? So buckle up, Buttercup. We're about to dive deep into the world of Social Security. We'll explore the good, the bad, and the ugly. And we'll do it with a healthy dose of humor because honestly, what else can you do when talking about government programs? Let's talk about taxes. Not the fun kind like sin tax on cigarettes. We're talking about the Social Security tax. That little slice of your paycheck that disappears every month. It's like a vampire, but instead of sucking blood, it sucks away your hard-earned cash. Every working stiff pays into Social Security. Your boss takes a chunk, you match it, and boom, it's gone. It's like a magic trick, except instead of a rabbit, you get a vague promise of future benefits. And maybe a pamphlet about retirement planning, but hey, it's not all bad. Remember Grandma and her scratch-off addiction? That's your tax dollars at work. And when you're old and gray, you'll be cashing in those sweet, sweet benefits. Assuming the system doesn't implode before then. Fingers crossed. Social Security is like a Swiss Army knife of benefits. Sure, retirement is the main event, but there's more. Disability benefits, survivor benefits, even benefits for your kids. It's a whole government-sponsored safety net, like a trampoline park, but for life's unexpected tumbles. If you're disabled and can't work, Social Security can help keep a roof over your head. And if you die, your family can receive survivor benefits. Morbid, I know, but practical. It's like a life insurance policy, but without all the paperwork. Now let's talk about retirement. You've worked hard, paid your dues, and now it's time to collect. But how much can you expect? That depends on a bunch of factors, like your earnings history, and when you decide to retire, it's complicated like a calculus exam, but with higher stakes. All right, let's get down to brass tacks. How much money are we talking about here? Well, the average Social Security benefit is about $1,800 a month. Not exactly living large, but it beats eating cat food. Unless you really like cat food. No judgment here. But remember, that's just an average. Your actual benefit depends on how much you earned during your working years. If you were a high roller, you can expect a bigger payout. If you were more of a penny pincher, well, let's just say you might want to start couponing. And don't forget about inflation. Those Social Security checks get adjusted each year to keep up with rising prices. It's like a game of whack-a-mole, but instead of moles, it's your purchasing power. Here's the million-dollar question. Will Social Security still be around when we're old and gray? The short answer is, maybe. The long answer is much more complicated and involves a lot of economic jargon that will make your head spin. The problem is, the system is facing some serious challenges. People are living longer, retiring earlier, and having fewer babies. That means fewer workers are paying into the system, while more retirees are drawing benefits. It's like a game of musical chairs, but with fewer chairs and more players. So, what's the solution? Nobody knows for sure. Some say we need to raise taxes, others say we need to cut benefits. Still others say we need to find a magical money tree. Personally, I'm not holding my breath for that last one. Social Security. It's a complex system, full of rules, regulations, and enough acronyms to make your head spin. But it's also a vital lifeline for millions of Americans. It's the difference between a comfortable retirement and eating cat food, not the fancy kind either. So, what have we learned? We've learned that Social Security is funded by taxes, provides a wide range of benefits, and is facing some serious challenges in the future. We've also learned that talking about government programs can be surprisingly funny, especially when you throw in some cat food jokes. The bottom line is this: Social Security is important. It's worth understanding how it works, what benefits you're entitled to, and how you can protect your future. So do your research, ask questions, and don't be afraid to fight for your rights. After all, it's your money, and you deserve to spend it on something other than cat food.